major infrastructure projects were named within the Aberdeen City Region deal within my constituency of Angus North and Mearns. That included rail improvements at Usan and Montrose and the Laurencekirk junction. Can the Cabinet Secretary provide an update and more detail on the options for rail improvements at Usan, given that it acts as a bottleneck and is restricting capacity in the North East? And can he also outline and explain the processes to be followed leading up to the construction of the Laurencekirk junction? I've had a number of constituents contact me who are concerned that the 2021, the earliest possible construction date for that, and an explanation of the process would be very helpful. Thank you.
Cabinet Secretary.
Happy to do so. I should say, though, that those two projects which are mentioned by Mairi Evans are not actually part of the City deal. The Scottish Government wanted them to be part, but the UK Government balked at the size of the contribution they would have to pay towards additional elements of the City deal. So they stand outside the City deal, but they were, as Mairi Evans rightly says, mentioned at the same time. So that's a further £254 million, I think, in investment from the Scottish Government, over and above the £250 million that we will jointly share with the UK Government. Transport Scotland is currently taking forward design development work for improvements to the A90 at Laurencekirk, with a preferred option expected to be identified in 2018, leading to publication of draft orders in 2019. Progress thereafter, of course, is dependent on the level and the nature of representations received in response to the published draft orders, and subject to, of course, no objections being received. It's estimated that the earliest construction could commence in 2021. As Mairi Evans knows, I've conversed with her on this subject this morning in committee, and I've undertaken to provide further written accounts of what I've just said, and I'm happy to do that. The development of rail infrastructure options are ongoing, and these include consideration of opportunities to increase capacity on the single track section between Montrose and Usan. Our focus, however, remains firmly on maximising the benefits for rail passengers in Aberdeen. The timescales for delivery remain in line with the previous commitments, with implementation from the next rail control period starting in 2019.